Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie 'em to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. They turn it back around. Can't stop me.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. I'm Aeson Knight, and sitting in with me tonight is Echo, and you've got one of your 12 books out.
It's pretty exciting.
It is, but you're more than just a book writer. You're a clairvoyant, a clairaudient. You've been working since 1979. So you and me both are, pre-century psychic. We can now say that now. You're teaching, you've got podcasts going. And I guess you have a very busy clientele because you don't have any availabilities at this point.
No, I don't. You know why, honey? Really, I just, I think it happened around the pandemic. I just stopped. It's interesting too, because I'm getting a lot of, is it okay to just dive in like this, honey?
Just dive right on in.
Okay, so I've been getting a lot of requests, of course, from people that want to know their future. And my guidance, the helpers that I get, they keep saying, no, not telling people about the future anymore. And I'm not quite sure what's up around that. But anytime somebody calls or emails and says, I need to know what's coming up, nope, I just get a big fat nope. They're just going to have to wait till they get there, and then they'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm seeing this from us older psychics. We're getting into, and I want to say it's a mentorian role.
What is that word?
Mentorian, meaning to mentor.
Oh, mentorian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you've been doing this longer than I have. I've been doing this, and I love my clients. I love my clients. But what I really love is working with the baby psychics.
Oh.
The ones just starting out in this business that are all fresh, and they get that smell of a fresh deck on them. And it's like, yep. Now I mainly focus in network reading. And they'll come in and they'll be all fresh, and they're going to be thinking that they're going to be reading on spiritual guidance and who's my, what's my life path, what experience, and it's like, when's he going to call?
Yep.
Who's my soulmate? Which one?
Yeah.
When they're not, and normally it's older souls that get lost in this. Who's my soulmate? And it's like, which one did you choose last time? Because you're switching over this time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, I think that we're coming into an era, and I've seen older psychics do this. They start teaching underneath them.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with being bored with the clientele, because I'm sorry, I, as a kid, loved soap operas, and everybody's life is a soap opera.
Yes.
I have, so I get to, we get to sit and watch the soap opera play out and tell you what's going to happen tomorrow as you're still brewing a cup of coffee.
Right.
But I think that sometimes, and it comes to a point in people's psychic careers, that they've got to step up, and it's train the generation behind us, because there is no Institute of Psychic Development.
Right.
There is no, Edgar Casey is wonderful. His workings are great. Nova Spirit in California is great. Camp Chesterfield is great. Florida Mediumship Place, I can't remember the name ever because it's an acronym, is wonderful. But really and truly, the ones underneath, the ones that are coming up, need guidance.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I've been teaching for years, and now that's my main thing. Thanks, like I said earlier, thanks to Zoom, I can do it now.
Yeah. And it's more comfortable. And it's like readings. I think that the reading territory has changed so much, because when we started out, we either done it one or two ways. You either had a long distance phone bill from hell. Believe me and Ma Bell, I paid for Ma Bell's kids to go through college. Or two, you had to replace your carpet every 3 months because of the footpath through it. Okay. And we all know that terrible music on waiting for the operator to connect us to
Yes.
our next client. The other night, I'd literally done a reading for somebody in another country
Okay.
in Second Life, which is a virtual reality, on a virtual tarot deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. All right. There's a game that came out probably 15 years ago called Second Life, and it's literally a Sims version or a Sims game of living a second life. I had
Okay.
a client contact me in the game and wanted a real life reading.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
My lovely techie husband had already built me, because he copied a lot of our life here, a
Yeah.
table and a deck of tarot cards. So I could go ahead and do the reading. The cards will fly out, just like shuffle and lay
Yeah.
out like
Yeah.
normal life,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's a second life. And I sat there and gave the gentleman a reading. He's in Australia. I'm in America. I'm like, okay, I have seen the wave of the future.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I have literally already done the meta universe, and we've already took over that division. So being able, in today's world, we can Zoom, we can, and I do Zoom readings myself. I do Zoom classes only now.
Okay.
We are no longer semi-located by geological, but we do need to get into a position within the career to actually have like an AMA of psychics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts?
Honey, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how has your career changed?
Oh my goodness. How has it changed? I have been thinking about this subject so much lately because I just feel lately, every time I wake up, I feel like a different person. Like
Mm-hmm.
things are things that were once really important aren't important anymore. And I just keep asking myself every day, okay, what's important? What's really important? Where to put my energy today with my work? And uh, definitely classes. I
Mm-hmm.
so want to keep teaching people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the main reason too is I just want people to understand their gifts instead of be afraid of them
Mm-hmm.
or have religion tell them they're bad. It's like, no, I want to liberate people around their gifts.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's okay. So I teach psychic development. I teach how to live intuitively by your intuition. Um, what else? And the soul's perspective of life, death, and life after death. And
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm in the process of thinking, okay, should I put together a class on this new book? I'm just not sure
Yeah.
yet. I haven't thought about it. But honey, really, it all boils down to classes right now. Just
Yeah.
reaching out to people,
Mm-hmm.
not doing readings anymore. I refer people to other psychics, people that I've taught, people that are successful, people that I get good feedback about, you know.
Right.
I mean, people ask me if they can go on my referral list, and I've
Yeah.
told some, well, you need to give me a reading first. I need to see how you work. And what's interesting is
Mm-hmm.
then they don't call me back. They don't get back to me.
Yeah.
Um,
And see that, and that's really different, because the way that it used to be, you had to test read in.
yeah,
You
yeah,
just didn't open a TikTok account and get 10,000 1,000
yeah,
followers so you can just go live. You had
that's
to
right.
read in, and you begin reading in.
Yeah,
Um, and then do you need a class on this book? Oh, definitely, honey.
really. Do you think?
Really, I think you need a class on this book. I think it needs to have activities in it, because we have so much mental programming that
Hmm.
has to be reprogrammed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Here's an example. Tonight I
You're
was
right.
fixing, you know, tonight I
Go
was
ahead.
fixing dinner, and I was really upset because the burgers kind of looked small to me.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
the burgers weren't small. It was the perception that we have had for 20 years on what the size of a hamburger is.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's reprogramming that dimensional thinking that we have all been pushed into thinking that, you know, you've got to toil down here to get your rewards in heaven.
Right.
You've got to, you know, oppress yourself and live by this code that, you know, is over 4,000 years old that isn't useful.
I agree.
And, you know, follow the chattel master of bullshit.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I
Mhm.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the book, it talks about the different reasons why souls choose to remain earthbound. And the number one reason is
Mhm.
these souls. When we do a ghost busting job, when we go into someone's house and we look for the ghost, two things. We walk up to the ghost and say, "What's your name?" And secondly, "Why are you here?" And
Mhm.
that's where the book came from, is the "why are you here" part. And the number one reason is these souls say they're afraid if they go on to the other side that God is going to send them to hell.
Mhm.
Okay. It's exactly what you're saying, honey.
Yeah.
It's this old belief system that if we are bad people, we're going to go to some place where what? We're going to burn in hell for eternity. Well, first of all, how long can you actually burn
True.
in what? I mean,
Yeah.
that is so,
Right.
yeah,
And see, and this is my whole thing is that is so poor. The areas that discuss, well, let's just discuss the whole damn book. It's so
yeah,
poorly translated. If it was a movie today,
yeah, yeah,
China would sue MGM and go, you provided us a fail copy here. This is a fail copy. Okay, first of all.
yeah.
Second of all, if you take somebody of today's time, let's take a 20-year-old millennial,
Okay.
okay, and let's throw them back into the 18th century.
Yes. Oh.
Would you not think that's hell?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and if we take someone from the 18th century and we throw them into this life, would they not think it's heaven?
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, and if we look at those dimensional ideas, and you have to go on a dimensional plane about it, those thoughts and theories and ideas are totally different.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So if we look at the time period which the hell was designed,
Yeah.
could it be a famine time? Burn eternal life. Well, hell, throw you out in the middle of the desert, you're going to be burning.
Yes.
Now, Hawaii, they're not going to think it's paradise.
See, now you have put really good thought into this.
I have, because I get debated and told I'm going to hell at least once a year, and it's like, please, honey, I'll buy me a penthouse there with this money.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. This is good.
Yeah,
You're good. I like this. I like the way you're thinking, honey. I
yeah,
like this.
yeah. But
Okay.
so, what other reasons other than they're going to go to hell do you get often?
Another reason is people will say, my ex-wife is in heaven. I never want to see her again. I had one lady who said that her boyfriend killed her and then committed suicide. So she
Mm-hmm,
doesn't want to go anywhere where he is. And she said, "I'm just going to stay here."
mm-hmm,
And so, you know what she did? She looked around on Earth, probably close to where she was living. I don't know where. I don't know the area. I just
uh-huh,
know that she looked around, found a guy, a living guy that she thought was pretty hot, and
mm-hmm.
she now lives in his house. Well, not now, but when we did the ghost
Right.
busting, she lives in his house.
Mm-hmm,
And she was so proud of herself. She said, "Isn't he just the cutest thing you've ever seen? He's my new boyfriend."
mm-hmm.
And when I said, "Why don't you go to the other side?" No, I can't remember the guy who killed her.
Vinny. We'll just go with Vinny.
Okay, Vinny. So Vinny killed her, and then he went on to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't want to go there. And I said, heaven is a really big place. And
Uh-huh.
no, her mind is stuck on he's going to be waiting for her at the front door.
Right.
So she thinks she's going to stay here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Another one. souls who don't believe in life after death.
Yeah.
They come out of their body. They don't know what to do. So they
Mm-hmm.
just hang out. They go look for a house or a business and live there until they start getting bored, and then they start making all the noises and flickering the lights and playing. And then you go there and say, why don't you go on to the other side? No, there isn't anything
Right.
after death. And then you say, okay, but you're here,
Mm-hmm.
you're still here,
Mm-hmm.
so there must be something going on here. And I
Mm-hmm.
say to him, can you see the light? Yeah, I can see the light, but there is no such thing as life after death. I mean, they're so
Mm-hmm.
sure there is no such thing as
Mm-hmm.
life after death.
Right.
So, but they don't know what to do when they come out of their body. It's not supposed
Yeah.
to be like that.
Right. They're supposed to just flicker out.
Right. Everything is supposed to be black and dark, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not supposed to be anything.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And have you ever had one that just stayed because she isn't dead yet?
Yes, honey, I have. Yes, this lady, she actually committed suicide, and she was an acquaintance of the family. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to check in on her when. Actually, it was kind of funny because when they called me and told me she had committed suicide, I just looked on the other side to see if she was okay, and I could not find her anywhere, which I thought, this is so weird. And okay, so I thought, well, I'll see her at her funeral. So go to the funeral, I'm looking around. She is nowhere. All right,
Mm-hmm.
nowhere. So I thought, all right, this is really weird. So I just kind of sitting there at the funeral service, they're talking, and I just open up psychically and I said, okay, where is so and so? I'm not going to say her name. And poof, they showed me a picture of her kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
She's in her kitchen. And I said, let's say her name is Sally. I said, Sally, what are you doing there? And she says, I don't know where everybody is. Nobody's coming home for dinner. Okay.
Right.
I mean, honey, she was totally
Uh-huh.
uh-uh, uh-uh. She
Uh-huh.
no, she 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 acted as if she didn't
Mm-hmm.
remember taking that handful of pills.
Right.
No. And she said, I'm just waiting for someone to come home for dinner. And it was really strange. I thought, okay, should I tell her she's not living? And I
Yep.
thought, okay, I'm just going to let this be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I checked in her about 3 weeks later. She was still in the kitchen
Kitchen.
waiting for people to come home for dinner.
Uh-huh.
Honey, it's like, what? But then one of her sisters who had passed, she came and told me that Sally, she actually knew that she was deceased, but she was staying in denial because she knew her parents were on the other side and they would be furious with her for taking her life. And
Mm-hmm.
so her deceased sister explained it to me that that's why she's going to remain earthbound for as
Mm-hmm.
long as she can.
Mm-hmm.
See, now, what's nice about this is you and I get to talk about the real stuff that's going on with souls, not
Right.
this, they're evil monsters who are trying to eat the children kind of stuff. We're
No.
talking about,
Right.
yeah, honey, we're talking about real life
Right.
death.
My grandmother used to say that the other side was just 3 foot to the left. And I've lived with that idea forever. That, well, that they continue on. If they want to live down here, that's fine. They just got to, I keep waiting for someone to move into my kitchen and do dishes because I'll get walkthroughs all the time. And I'm like, can someone do the dishes? Just
No, they
do the
won't.
dishes.
They just won't. I don't know. It's just they have an attitude.
Yeah. It's like, you didn't do them on Earth, just do them now. My father, who's behind me,
Oh, I see.
literally
Oh,
right there,
okay.
he's in the urn. He aggravates us all the time.
Okay.
He's one of those that have crossed over and decided to come back and visit whenever he's annoyed over there. He comes over here.
Okay.
Okay. And and he will still lighters and do everything to get attention. The other night, a jug fell down into the sink, and I'm like, Dad, if you're going to do dishes, turn the water on. I know you forgot how to do a lot of earthly things, but can you stop stealing the lighters?
turn turn on the water. Oh my God, what a ride. Honey, I have to warn you right now, we are under a severe storm alert. So if I go blank, it's
You're
not because
perfectly
I,
fine, honey.
okay, all right. I just wanted you to know
Yeah.
because I'm hearing the thunder coming in. It's like, oh boy.
Yes.
So yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a nice question. What is a dead woman's parents going to do to her? Kill her? Send her to her room? Give her
Right,
100 years of
right. Yeah,
a
yeah.
100 year stern talking to?
Probably a stern talking to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, honey. After I checked in on her 6 months later, and she was on the other side. So she
Well,
did go over. But
good.
it's just it's exactly what you said. It's our beliefs, and
Hmm.
a lot of our beliefs are stuck from a way long time ago. Grandparent after grandparent kept passing these beliefs on, and
Hmm.
we're still walking around carrying these
Hmm.
old beliefs,
Hmm.
and they're
And
keeping us stuck.
yeah, and it's keeping us stuck, I think, in a spiritual growth form too. Because everyone now that are big name in paranormal investigation, they go into a house and there's a woman in the house or a man in the house or a kid or whatever that's decided to live there rent free,
Yep,
not
yep,
pay the mortgage.
yep, yep.
Suddenly is a demon and it's going to possess the investigator. Can we roll our eyes now? First of all, they didn't like their meat suit. They're not going to try on a new one.
Oh, amen, amen, amen. Uh-huh.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So in the past, we will go 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a possession?
Honey, I have seen a possession. I have.
Okay. How
Yeah,
often?
I have. Not often enough. I mean, less than, if I use five little fingers, definitely less than five for sure. But
Right.
that's over a what? I mean, that's like a 54-year career.
Yeah. Not as common as people think.
No, it's not. No. But
Very, very rare. Have you ever seen a possessed house?
a possessed house. You mean, honey, a house that's just kind of like doesn't have anybody in it, but there's ghosts? Or no?
I mean, the house itself has so much negativity on it. If it was crude oil, we could be making gasoline off of it.
Well, I've seen some pretty negative rooms.
Uh huh.
And yeah, I have walked into some houses where you walk in and you just immediately feel like you got slimed. Yeah, I have. I
Yeah.
have. Oh, just want to go home and take a shower and
Hmm.
sage yourself to, well, sage yourself.
Yeah.
I don't use sage anymore because it smells too much like pot, but you know what I mean.
I know
Just
what
want
you
to go
mean.
home and stand under a sage shower and get as clear as possible. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. But I mean, a lot of those ghosts, they're just crabby. They're just
Yeah.
mean. Some of them are mean. We met a guy who tried to push the children down the stairs in this house. And every time the kids, they'd go up to their room and they would talk to their parents about the man at the top of the stairs. And
Hmm.
the kids would tell their parents, he's trying to push us down the stairs. But the parents at first thought, you know, that's just their imagination. But after a while, I mean, they were noticing their kids were like braced, holding
Hmm.
on to the
Rail.
thank you, and then they called us, and that guy, he was just a nasty, crabby guy, and we said to him, "Why are you here?" Well, he didn't. No, he was one of those that thought for sure he was going to get sent to hell. So he said, "If I can just get these kids out of this house, I will live happily ever after." He really liked the house,
Hmm.
but he couldn't stand kids. And
Hmm.
so we said to him, "So you're just going to keep trying to push the kids down the stairs?" Yeah, yeah. That was his plan.
Right.
Yeah. So, uh,
So what did we do?
okay. So what we did, I mean, this was really clever. My brother Michael is also a psychic and a ghostbuster, and he came up with the idea. It was really cool. He said his guide was standing over there talking to him, And I could hear Michael saying, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, good idea." Okay. So then Michael said to this guy's name was Roy. So Michael said to Roy, um, he said, "So uh, we're going to go get your dog. What was his name? Copper." He says, "You've got a dog named Copper, right?" And Roy instantly turned from this really mean, crabby guy into like a 5-year-old little boy. And he said, "Yeah, well, we're going to go get Copper." And one of Michael's guides went and got Copper on the other side, brought him down here. And Roy got down on his hands and knees and was playing with the dog. And and then Michael said to him, "Okay, Roy, here's the thing. Copper has to go back to the other side. That's where he lives now. And you can go and be with him if you want." And that's how we got him to go to the other side.
Very
Pretty clever. Yeah, very
Very
clever.
cool. Very good cleverness.
Yeah, honey.
And
Yeah.
it's making that connection.
Yep.
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 It's making that connection. It's figuring out why.
Yeah.
Because some of the ones that I run into is because, well, if I leave, they're going to be lost. They won't know what to do.
If what, honey? Say it again.
If I leave, they'll be lost. They won't know what to do.
Yes.
You know, especially when you get into multi-generational family houses and it's like the mother or the grandmother had crossed over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she ran everything and ran everybody.
Yep.
You know, and I kind of have to normally point out, you've been gone for about 5 years, Mama. They've been doing just fine.
Yeah.
See, she stepped up and done the cooking, the laundry, and it's mostly done. You can go on over.
It's mostly done. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Or, you know, and I find that, weirdly, most of the places I get called into, there are two things in common going on in this household.
Okay.
Normally simultaneously occurring.
Okay.
One, there's a woman going through menopause.
Okay.
Two, there's a daughter going through the change into
Oh,
womanhood.
yes.
And three, there's normally a being that has been living in the house quite, not even caring that the family is there until those two events occur at the same time. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to start causing a ruckus now.
Well, isn't that interesting? Now, why would they do that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a change in the energy field. Because as you know, in this thought of theory, when women begin to change,
Yeah.
on either spectrum of maidenhood to motherhood or motherhood to cronehood, they become more perceptive to energy.
Oh, interesting.
So therefore, their energy is more impactful on the environment of the energy field.
Uh-huh.
Just like it taking a medium into, you know, into a home will affect the energy field.
Uh-huh.
That's why all these hotels, they're so pissed off. It's like, would y'all stop bringing the flashlights through here? We've been having a great life. Do we need all these flashlights bouncing through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Very interesting. I never connected those two. That is very interesting. Of course, I'm not going to ask a young girl, anything new in your life lately? Or the crone, anything new happening?
Your life, great lady. Well, you can normally tell. I mean, they're getting within that age range. They're getting within that age range.
Yes.
And then it's like, interesting factors here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very different. Very good.
Damn. Oh, sorry, I have Gizmo here wanting to co-host with me tonight, and it just isn't going to work, Gizmo.
What? Oh, let me see. Can I see?
Should be able to. Come, Giz. Giz, up.
Oh, baby, you can co-host tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
They designed a special break for me.
Oh, so sweet.
It's raining. It's raining. Come on.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, so sweet.
We're still working on getting him used to living in psychic energy, and used to having a working daddy at home. There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
but he's getting there. He's getting there. He's
Okay.
doing much better.
Okay. How old is he?
We don't know. We're
Oh,
estimating 2 years. Well,
okay.
going on 3.
Okay.
But we're not sure. He spent the first part of his life living underneath a single wide trailer.
Oh,
So
under,
under,
oh,
under. Yeah,
oh.
he had insulation in his fur. It took me months to get those matched.
Ah, oh, I hate
Because
that.
if you shave an Australian Shepherd, they develop skin issues.
Oh,
So
oh,
we didn't want to do that.
oh.
Yeah,
But he's doing
but
okay. He's
he's
doing
doing
okay.
great. He's
Okay.
doing wonderful. He says he's doing wonderful with eating and exercising and car rides. We're still working on the cat issue. He wants to have a conversation with them, and they're like, "Your dog, get the hell away from me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely see that issue with my cat. If a dog came in the house, oh
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
she would put her nose up and keep it there. Yep.
Yeah. So we're getting there. We're
Good.
getting there.
Good.
He's
So,
doing.
honey, do you teach classes?
I do. I teach tarot. I teach astrology. I teach
Oh,
basic Wicca. I
okay.
teach advanced Wicca. I teach numerology, pendulum, candle magic. Um, so
Wow.
yeah.
Well, okay. So your listeners probably know how to get a hold of you, but
Hmm.
in case I get to post this interview,
Yes.
how can the
They can go to
people?
aesonknight.com, AESONKNIGHT.com, and they can actually learn about everything I'm doing there.
Okay, Aeson,
Uh huh.
that's your name?
Yes.
Aeson.
Uh huh.
Honey, I've never heard that name in my life.
It comes from my grandmother,
Okay.
who wasn't really pleased with my English name, so she would just always refer to me as a son.
Oh God, you're kidding.
No.
Well, that's a new one on me. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your real name? I mean,
Uh, that is my real name.
well, yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, my English name?
I
I
guess.
I don't use that publicly, honey, on anything, including my driver's license.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so say it again. How
A
people can
son.
find you.
They
Honey,
can
how
go to AESONKNIGHT.com.
K-N-I, oh, Aeson Knight. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would think, I mean, am I going to be able to have a copy of this, honey?
Oh, of course. Of course, you can have a copy of it. You'll
Okay.
have links to it where they can go listen
Okay.
at the whole 9 yards on it. I mean, I do a
Okay,
full
good.
reproduction of it for you.
Good.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Good. Then my people
Hmm.
can know about you, and maybe a lot of them already do. And this will be good. This will be really
This will
good.
be
Okay.
great.
God,
So
you teach so much.
I do. I do a class a month.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll teach like numerology this month, and next month is like astrology, and then month after that I'll teach tarot 1, and then tarot 2, and just do it and cycle through.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Here, I thought I was muting myself. There's the
No.
mute. All right, I'm gonna cough. Hold on.
Okay. Ash, and I'm seeing this with a lot of people. They're having this congestion going on, and it's a lot of to do with the humidity that's occurring in the air
Okay.
right now. Especially with all these weather fronts going through, it's causing a lot of people breathing problems.
Yeah. I've had the oddest little cough lately.
Uh-huh.
Out of the blue, I'll start to cough, then it stops. That's it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that's it, huh? Humidity?
Humidity. We are having a much more deeper humidity this year. I mean, look at how England is. They hit 115 last week,
Oh God.
and they are not used to being above 80.
No. No.
Global warming. I'm telling you, this camping experiment is reaching a fever point.
You guys in the East, you're getting hit hard.
Yeah. We have had storm after storm after storm after storm, and I think we're going to have a rocky winter, guys. Like,
Do you?
get ready for it.
Okay. Honey, do you get like snow and
Yeah,
you do? Okay.
yeah, we get like 3 and 4 foot of snow.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, good. Thank God we've got Zoom so we can just sit in our offices,
This is do our work.
just keep on teaching.
Hmm.
Yep. Good.
Good.
Good. So, what shall we talk about next?
Well, let's talk about your podcast, and then you have a program, but I want to talk about your podcast you do monthly.
You know, honey, it's with a man named Bobby Sullivan. Bobby was a student of mine a long time ago, and
Hmm.
now he's a professional psychic and healer.
Hmm.
And I don't know, he approached me about 5 years ago and said, "Hey, what do you think about a podcast?" And I said, "Sure, sounds fun to me." So we do it twice a month, not on a
Hmm.
daily basis, just every other Friday. And it's
Hmm.
fun. We talk about whatever is up right,
Uh-huh.
at the time.
Hmm.
Keep it really simple. It's called intuitive living. And we always talk about intuition and um, give, what's the word, little bits and pieces of advice on how to live intuitively.
Right.
And it's good. It's fun.
It is. It
Mhm.
sounded nice. I mean, and you're on Spotify and Google.
Yeah.
You're on wherever your podcasting listening enjoyment is. You can
Yeah.
exactly go and find it. It's Intuitive Living,
Yes.
and it's posted every 2 weeks. He does a really good job at it.
Thank you.
Uh, and you have a program for pen pals.
You know what, honey? This is such a cool idea. Okay, so I was also born with the gift of healing.
Hmm.
And let's see, I learned about absentee healing. I don't remember where I learned it from, but that you can, a person can request healings and you can just sit and visualize sending them healing. And no matter where they are in the world, they receive it and they get better. Okay. So I've taught laying on hands healing classes for many years, since the 80s.
Right.
And this was so interesting because when my first book came out, it's called Hands That Heal.
Hmm.
Um, it, when it first came out, I started getting, oh my God, just tons of mail, and they were from all over the world. And okay, so I was getting letters that were stacking up.
Hmm.
And every day I go, okay, yeah, I got to go through the mail. Oh my God, and I got to start sending healing to people. Well, what started to happen was that I'd start at the top and I'd open the envelope and I'd read the letter. Dear Miss Bodine, thank you so much for the healing you sent for my back. It's 100% better. And I would think, who are you? I don't know who you are. I didn't even know you. Okay. But then, and that was happening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Hmm.
And then as I was getting to the bottom of the list, there were their requests. So I
Hmm.
had never even opened the envelopes.
Hmm.
But what came to me when I meditated was that the fact that they put the request out into the universe, they
Hmm.
were basically saying to God, to the universe, please send healing to this or that. And their prayers were getting answered without me even doing a thing about it, which I thought was so cool.
Hmm.
And so then one day, I was bombarded with requests for healings, and the idea just popped into my head to create something so that healers could help me with this. And the name Healing Pen Pal came into my head. So I just put the word out. And this was before Facebook or anything. I don't know. I just put the word out to my list. If you have a healing need,
Hmm.
send it to me and I will assign a healer to you.
Hmm.
So here we are many years later. I have 74 healers in the program. And honey, it's so cool because I get a letter, I get an email, And then I have a book here with the healers' names, and I shoot the email off to the healer. They just know the people's name
Mm-hmm.
and city and state that they live in and
Mm-hmm.
what they need healing for, and that's all. And they send them absentee healing every day for 14 days, and it's a free service.
Very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, let me just put that out to the people out there that need healing energy. What you need to do is send your name, the city and state or country that you live in, and what you need healing for, and you send it to bodine.echo@gmail.com. And then I will assign you a healer, and I will send you an email telling you your healer's first name and telling you that we will send healing every day for 14 days. The only thing that I say to people is the person needs to be open to receiving healing. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be open to it. And when people request, please send healing for my friend Audrey, I always email back and say, does Audrey know this? Because,
Yeah.
one thing we have found is the healers, I just had this happen yesterday. The healers will send healing out to the person and they can actually feel the healing coming back at them. So the
Mm-hmm.
person may think they're open to it, but
Mm-hmm.
not everybody is open to it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And that can sometimes be very problematical. I know in with distant Reiki or healing cauldron that I do,
Yeah.
all of it really does depend on the person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Or depend on the person's path. Like if you are meant to go 6 months with a hip break because you
Yep.
cannot slow down,
That's right.
spirit is not going to heal that hip one day sooner, no matter what energy you throw at it.
That's right, honey. That's right. And a lot of what I have found is a lot of disease and illness is, uh, yes, it's a challenge, but
Hmm.
we're supposed to be getting something from it also. It's supposed to be teaching us something. And if
Hmm.
they're not getting it, you're right, honey. Spirit is not going to
Right.
just automatically take it away.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it is. One of the really big authors teaches that the disease is dis-ease is because
Yeah.
something in your life isn't right.
Yeah. Are you thinking of Louise Hay, honey?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay.
I've taken so many classes, honey. When I go to quote people, I suck at it because it's
Yeah.
like, which teacher said that? And they all have their own way of saying it.
Yep. Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
here's a factor.
Yeah.
And I'll use me for an example. This weekend, Sunday and Monday, I had a migraine from Hades. I mean, I didn't get out of bed, nothing. I
Okay.
got to thinking, when was the last time I slept 8 hours? Much less 18 hours.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
who's not
Yeah.
respecting the boundaries and rules he puts in place for himself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who has Edgar Casey syndrome? And I'm sorry, that is a psychic syndrome. It should be labeled Edgar Casey syndrome.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do you want to say more about Edgar Casey syndrome?
Overworking, doing more requests than they're supposed to, not limiting their hours, not limiting their work hours.
Yes. Yes. And yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes.
yeah. It took him having a stroke,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he still didn't stop. He was in the hospital still working, doing profits, in the bed. I am like, where is his secretary?
Yeah. Where was she?
Right there beside him, because his method is he would go into trance. She would dictate every word he said.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
Yes. Boy.
Yeah. You
I,
know,
yep. I
if,
have
I have a lovely co-host that'll be on in a little bit. We'll talk hot topics. He will take if I'm sick, he takes my phone, my laptop, my tablet,
Wow.
and flips the breaker on my office.
Wow.
He's like, no, you are not working.
Good for him.
Yeah, he has to do that boundary because I won't do that boundary. But if we look at And you not taking appointments right now, I think it's wonderful that you're doing that, because we look at the two famous psychics of the last century, Edgar Casey and Sylvia Brown.
Okay.
Sorry, they're the two that have really made the history books.
Yeah.
Both of them died from heart attacks.
Yes. Yes.
Both of them died with appointments on their books and stacks of mail behind them. And both of them had strokes beforehand that said, lighten that up.
Yeah.
Knock it off. Slow it down.
Yes. Yes.
And neither one of them paid attention.
Nope. 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 Mm-mm. No. No. We have to listen.
Yeah. And we have to take and put in some business principles into this job.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Even, just because spirit's on 24/7 doesn't mean this vehicle can be on 24/7.
Amen. Oh, man.
Amen. And that's, and it's a bad. I have breakers built for me now because I did spend a week in the hospital for exhaustion.
Okay.
So I've put breakers in place for me.
Okay.
What do you tell your students?
Same thing. We have a whole class on, because I did too. I ended up in the hospital. And I remember thinking, but who's going to do the work? I was just in an absolute panic.
Yeah.
When I had a stroke about, I think 12 years ago. And at the time I had a radio show, like a FM radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could think was, because I couldn't talk very good.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And all I could think was work. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, was this to slow me down? Well, I didn't care because I had work,
Exactly.
Work. You got to do work. And it was ridiculous. So, and I don't ever want to go through that again. So.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm slowing down. And, I just had a class today and I was talking about that, how hard it is to accept slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
It is.
We remember what we were like when we were younger and we think, well, of course I could, what? It's all in my head. And it's all my abilities are up here. I can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I can't.
All I do is sit at a desk all day. That isn't that hard. It isn't like I'm working 16 hours on a nursing floor anymore.
Yes, that's right. See, no, I know.
No, that's not how it is. And I found that that's really hard for new psychics to get into that routine of setting office hours, even though they aren't traditional office hours.
I know.
Or, remembering that, no, you have to go and eat a proper fooded diet. No, you have to actually go out and exercise, either take a walk, take, something, take time off, leave the phone at home, take a tablet instead if you must have your noise, because I find that a lot of mediums have to have noise.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I know. My brother, who is a psychic, he's got both TVs going, and he's got the music going, and he's doing readings on the phone. It's just, he's been like that forever. He has to have noise around him, and then he can do just these amazing readings. It's like, oh my God.
He's got to quiet what I call the AM/FM radio.
Exactly. Yeah. I know.
Oh yeah.
So it's, I read a long time ago in some book that the psychics are known for being in poor health and overweight.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Because we just keep on going and we eat terrible stuff, more and more sugar just to keep on going. And it's not good for us.
Well, that's because of the food that we have been inlaid with. And when I mean inlaid with, we're looking for fast, quick, handy finger food.
Yep.
Or, something that takes 15 seconds to eat in between beeps. And that's why I think there has to be some industry, like some big names, not just us. I call myself little name, out there talking about really looking at how we treat people. Really looking like how our industry is treated, and really teaching, because Every psychic development book out there doesn't
Right.
have one chapter on marketing, doesn't have one chapter on accounting, doesn't have one chapter on psychic lifestyle.
That's right. They don't. That's right. Hmm.
Hmm.
I know. Yes, I did write, but I think it's only available. It's just like a 8-page thing, I think, called "I Wish I Knew Then What I Know Now About
Hmm.
Being a Professional Psychic," and it does have all those exact things that you just said are
Hmm.
covered in there because we didn't go to accounting class when
No,
we were becoming psychic. We didn't know.
no,
No, none of it.
yeah,
So, oh man, we have a very interesting profession, really.
yeah,
Just
we do. And I think that we're going to see some standardization of the profession here very soon.
what's the word, honey?
Standardization,
Standard is.
like it being seen as a real job, a real
Do
career, a
you really
real.
think so?
I do, because we're coming well known and well put together, and well, we're a force
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
when we're pulled together. That's why that's why places will go, oh, you can't talk to your coworkers, oh, you can't talk to your other gig workers, and that's becoming not a thing. I mean, we've seen what happened with Uber when they started talking. They started fixing a lot of crap.
Uh-huh. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
You can't hear all that thunder, can you?
Yes, I can hear that thunder, honey. You're rocking and rolling.
Oh my. Ugh.
Uh,
I think that would be fantastic
mhm,
if it really became respected
mhm.
and I don't know. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Would love to see it happen.
Could you
Hmm.
imagine if there was a training institute, like
What,
a
honey?
full-fledged training institute, like there was a Harvard of psychic? That would be insane.
Well, don't they have that over in England for
They
psychic?
do. England is one of the most progressive on the psychic training, psychic professions. There's actually regulations
Okay.
in the government that regulates their psychics so that they are
Oh.
handled properly. They have to
Oh.
take certain training. They have to be recertified every so many years. They have to keep open, they have to run it like any other trade over there because of
Okay.
their tax code.
Okay. Oh, I like that. I
Yeah.
mean, I like that
US,
in a sense, but I like the freedom that we have too to be
right,
creative, do what we are guided to do.
right.
And yeah, yeah. Well, for now, you
Yeah.
and I will just keep on teaching what we teach.
Teach what we teach and include what we know and pass on the learning like we always have. Like, don't
Yep.
do more than 20 or 40 readings a day.
Oh God, that's a lot of reading.
There is a network that is famous for requiring their psychics to get a paycheck. They must talk 1,800 minutes in a week.
How much is that? Let's see, 60 into 1,800. That goes 300. No.
I'm gonna grab my guy. Yeah, 1,800 to get a paycheck. They have to talk 1,800 minutes a week.
1,800 minutes a week.
That's 30 hours.
Okay. God. 30 hours of
Talk
that's
time.
30 readings a week. If you break it down to 5 days, that's 6 readings a day. Oh, no way. No way. No
Hmm.
way.
And that's if they talk a full hour with that client, because it's talk time, not log time.
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah,
God. That's terrible. That's
yeah,
terrible. No.
yeah.
No, no, no. Mm-mm.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
120. What I was seeing out of these psychics, they were logged in 120 hours a week. That's a log time, and I'm like, no,
Mm,
no,
no.
honey. There are more ways to do this than that.
Yeah, That's right, honey.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that sounds awful.
Oh yeah.
So,
But
if you were teaching a psychic class right now, what would be to you, what would be the most important message that you wanted to leave them with?
get a good planner.
Okay,
Plan out your day on
okay,
this realm.
okay.
Because you're over there. You need something dinging and binging that says, have you got up and got your water today? Where's your hour at the gym?
Okay. Okay. See, that's really good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
yeah. You know,
Because that has nothing to do with being psychic and everything to do with taking care of themselves.
but it has everything to do with being psychic. Here's an example.
Okay.
All right, you've had families and households and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're going on tour for a week, you've got to leave a list of things to be done.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Yep.
from a psychic perspective, you go on tour every time you do a reading. You've got
Mhm.
to leave instructions for the body what to do other when that tone dings.
Yep.
You know, I
Yep.
have a Google Assistant. I love my little Google Assistant. I will set its timer, and I have preset alarms that go off at 5 in the morning that says time to go to bed, time to do this, time to do that. And it
Oh,
drives everybody crazy. But at the same time, I'm not here half the time. I'm
yeah,
in your life, or I'm in your living room, or I'm fighting with your boyfriend.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, are you doing readings now?
Oh, I do readings. I do readings
Okay.
all the time. I'm on 11 different networks.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
honey, you're one of those guys that
I'm
get.
one of those guys that are in there in the trenches, working out everything that needs to be worked out, telling these networks, like, oh, no, I'm not talking 118 minutes. I will log in 4 hours a day over here
Oh
and deal with
my
your
God.
clientele. And then I will log in over here and deal with your clientele. Then I run my own private appointments. Then I have the podcasting networks. Then I've got the teaching classes. And then I also run a lot of social media. And now I'm psychic coaching, which means I'm in behind the psychics going, don't do this, do this. Don't say that, say that.
Oh my
But I do not work for slave networks.
slave networks.
Yes, the 18 hours, 1,800 minutes in a
Oh,
week, that's a slave network. I won't work for them.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
no,
work
no,
for
no.
them. I refuse to work for them. But no, I'm over on like Keen, which is an amazing network. They support their psychics most of the time.
Okay, okay,
But, I'm paid well. They
okay,
get a
good,
cut, I get a cut. But
okay.
it's an easy way for when a customer just has a single question or a single issue to get to
Wow.
me.
So, honey, what network is that?
It's keen.com.
Keen? Like,
KEEN.com.
wow, I've never heard of that. Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, honey, how do you do this?
How do I do it? I sit down and let my the guides take over, flip the button, and let it roll.
Okay, do you ever have periods of burnout?
Yes,
Okay,
constantly,
okay,
constantly. And that's when we got into scheduling and planners and going, no, I'm not.
okay, okay.
Learning to say the word no is probably the most empowering thing a psychic can do.
I agree. I agree. Yep.
I got picked to go on the psychic challenge in Crimea, and I said no.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Good for you that you said no.
yeah. Looking at the things that have occurred over there now, because we would have been filming during the first invasion.
Okay. Oh
It's like,
man.
no.
Good for you.
Yeah. Really, I'm up to that many readings over there? Damn. Sorry, my co-host is in the chat here, and he's saying 54,788 readings since 2005.
Oh my God. So honey, so tonight when we're done, then do you do readings tonight for your people?
I will be logging on around 1:30 a.m.
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
30. Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
man, honey. And
Oh,
how?
I work night shift. It gives me so much more peace.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's a perfect time. But okay, so you'll start at 1:30. How long will you go?
I'll go till 4,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I'm going to the gym, and then I've got yoga for an hour, and then I go to sleep, and I'll get up around 2:30 tomorrow evening.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah,
Get it.
yeah,
Okay. Tomorrow evening, do you mean tomorrow afternoon to the rest of us? Is that?
yes,
Yes. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Interesting schedule.
yeah. I technically am on a schedule currently that is equal to the same schedule someone living in the UK lives.
Okay. And honey, what kind of a schedule does your husband have?
He has a normal everyday schedule. He's up at 7 and moving
Oh,
around, and he'll go to bed about 2 a.m. Guess my honey, it's raining. Down, sit. Good boy.
yeah, my cat is right next to me because she can hear
Uh-huh.
the thunder. Yep.
Yep.
Um,
So what's your schedule?
well, I'm a little like you in that I go to bed about 2, maybe 2:30, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, because I love the nighttime the best. And it's so nice and quiet. And a lot of times that's when I sit down. Well, I shouldn't say that anymore. No, at night I try to avoid this world of ours.
Uh-huh.
And I sleep till 11 noon or 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up and then I'm in my office answering emails all afternoon. And
Mm-hmm.
then at night I teach the class from 7 to 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I try to completely shut it all down and go watch TV or Netflix or something, just
Mm-hmm.
to not think about this world.
Right.
Yeah, disconnect.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah,
Very, very good.
yeah.
Very healthy.
I know
Yeah.
people are really cool too. They're real respectful of it and know better.
Yeah. Oh,
It's getting noisy out there, honey.
it is, honey. Um, but no, it's the life of a psychic to find their own time, because there's old wise tales like 3 o'clock in the morning is the hour of the spirit.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
I think it's even earlier than that sometimes.
Hmm.
I think again around 1 o'clock, 1:30. Now,
Yep.
my husband pointed this out that even if I try to take a night off and sleep that night, I will wake up at 2:39 every night,
Oh,
and I'm
interesting.
hungry and I want to write every time,
Oh, okay.
like
All right.
journal, that type of writing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I get it. I get it.
yeah. So, what's your writing process?
Oh,
Do you just take a
I'm not.
notepad and pen?
Yes, I honestly, everything is longhand, and I go to coffee shops, and I don't have a laptop, so I go to coffee shops or restaurants, and I just sit there and write, and then when I'm done, I'm just done. Then I get up and I come home, and publishers always want the table of contents first, and I usually get that last because I don't see the whole picture yet. You know,
Right.
I just like I'll wake up in the morning and oh, okay, I know what I'm going to write about that day. And so even my publishers, I have two different publishers, and they're like, okay, yeah, we get it.
Mhm.
We'll get the table of contents when you're done.
When you're done.
And I just have to send some kind of a explanation of what the book is going to be about, and then they let me know if they're interested or not. We just keep it so simple now.
Right.
And honey, really, I never have a writing schedule, and the only thing I hate about writing a book is that it's forever on the back of your mind, no
Mhm.
matter how much you try to watch so much TV that you won't think about anything. It's still there. I'm listening to people in the shows going, "Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I should talk about that." Or
Mhm.
so it just haunts you
Uh-huh.
until you finally get it done. I'm sure you know what I'm talking
Oh yeah,
about.
very
Yeah,
much so.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Very much there's topics I want to talk about, there's thoughts and ideas I want to do, there's
Yep.
blog writings I want to do, there's techniques, there's things I want to dig into to history. Now, I want to ask you, do you have other similarities like psychics that want to watch? Like, do you watch true crimes constantly?
You know, honey, I don't watch true crimes, but you know what I watch? Everything is a murder mystery. Everything. Either
Uh-huh.
a hospital show where they have to solve a crime or a murder mystery. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just always so curious. What's next? What's
What's
next?
next?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
So that's a similarity. Heart conditions are a similarity.
Okay.
Do you have an autoimmune disorder also?
I, I I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
Weird
I'm
allergies?
just the usual hay fever. I'm allergic to my cat, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I just take Zyrtec, and
Uh,
although tonight there was a commercial on TV that I can't remember what it was for, but it was Zyrtec makes you tired. This one doesn't. I never knew that Zyrtec made me tired.
have you tried
So
immune therapy yet?
immune therapy?
Uh-huh.
I don't think so.
Talk to your allergist about it.
Okay.
What they do is they test you for your allergies.
Okay.
They'll do shots weekly of
Ooh.
what you're allergic to.
Okay.
Very low dose shot of it.
Weekly, huh?
Weekly for about 6 months, and then you no longer have the allergies.
So what do you have?
I don't. My
Oh,
partner, however, to move in, had to go through a 6 month regimen because he's allergic to dogs and cats. I had at the time 9 cats and 2 dogs.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Okay.
and an oak tree because he was also allergic to oak. He'd done the immune therapy for 6 months.
Okay.
No longer has a cat allergy. Matter of fact, owns a cat and
Oh,
owns a dog now.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, good. Good.
yeah,
Wow. Immune therapy. No, I mean, of course I've heard of it, but I've never even considered it.
yeah. That way you don't have to take anything.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you. You have a good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you got people in chat? That's
I
nice.
You do. We always have people in chat. That we have some great listeners and some great supporters. So, where do people learn more about your classes, your books? Like, there's a whole digging. There's a lot of stuff, guys, that we didn't cover tonight that Echo does, um, and that you can learn from her.
Here, honey, I'll just put it in the chat. It's really simple. It's just echobodine.com.
Yes.
Bodine.com. And let's see what else. Here, I'll do the healing pen. Whoa, Echo. Look at the letters now. Healing pen pal program. And that is bodine.echo@gmail.com.
That one's going out now.
Okay, honey. And then let's see. Good. Good. Podcast. Let's see. Hubby, Sullivan, and Echo. Bodine. There you go, honey.
Awesome.
I think that's all they need.
Yeah, they should be able to locate you completely with that. And
Oh, honey, thank you so much for tonight.
thank you. You
Wow.
come on anytime you want, honey. I know you've probably got about 3 more books coming out very soon.
See?
And then we have to get into your side projects of like cards and everything else.
No, no, no. My side projects, I make candles and I make lamps. That's it.
What type of lamps?
I just make homemade lamps, honey. I go to Goodwill. I get funky things. I have my own. I
Okay.
have my own drill press, so I
Really?
make the hole, and they're funky,
Oh, cool.
they're funky and fun. Yeah.
Very, very
So,
cool.
okay, I'm gonna grab my cat and reassure her that we're not gonna die tonight,
Yeah.
and I will talk to you sometime
Very
soon.
soon.
You, honey, you are such a blessing. Thank
Oh,
you so
thank
much for tonight.
I've really enjoyed talking with you, honey. It's been really fun.
It has. It has. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell my publisher what a sweetheart you are. She probably already knows, right?
Hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. All right, guys, let's grab a refill and let's bring Joe on and talk about some hot topics.
Hi, I'm Tracy Van. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvann.com. That's TRACYVANN.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth, I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Aeson Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your most spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting aesonknight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that call now button there on my site. It'll connect you to Keen, and if you've not been with Keen before, you'll get 3 free minutes to talk with me, so that's great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy. Bye, y'all. Well, hello, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great, but I just noticed I was sitting in the dark.
Honey.
I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. There we go. Sorry, it popped me up, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot my light.
Well, honey, you sit in the dark all the time.
Hey, it happens. Hey, Brenda. Oh,
And for those that missed, we had a bibbity bobbity needing to be booped out, so we booped them out. Yeah. We'll save the booping in thing for later.
But yeah, hey Tracy, here, hey Mary Jane. Yeah. Oh, and I see Ashley and Shannon. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Awesome.
And we have a question.
We do have a question.
All right, so let's go ahead and take that.
Oh, and hey, Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Sorry. So Devin 31678 was my grandma Vesta guiding my mother when mother found that shell globe. Grandma apparently got it on one of her trips years ago.
Take a look here, Devin. I feel she was. She was trying to get her to pay attention to it.
Okay.
Yes. All
Very cool.
right. No, I don't need to open up something, Windows. Thank you very much. So, how has your week been?
So far so good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's been a big departure from like the last like week or a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been kind of nice. Don't know what shifted in the universe, but that's cool. I'm cool with it. I'm down with it. Like, I'm just hoping it's not like Quiet Before Storm. What's that look?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to figure out if this is how you want your grocery list made the next time I need to send you to the grocery store.
No, it is not. That is a very hot topic and one that has exploded.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Pardon?
Fill them in.
All right. So yeah. Lovely thing. There's a lovely TikToker. They're actually a popular TikTok couple, Adam Melinda. She did a video series called Making My Husband a Grocery List, in which she's literally using stickers of products and then writing in like what aisle it's on, how much it costs. Like, and I mean, like, if she needs like, the cinnamon yogurt, not the vanilla yogurt, or she wants both, like there's stickers for each. And then she draws a map. And she marks like of the store with the aisles and like marks it where the products are. I don't know if this is legit what she does or if this was just like really fucking hilarious, because I think I've seen this before now. Or you know what I mean? Like somehow I feel like this popped up in my FYP and I just scrolled through it. And yeah, so I'm like, I feel like I've seen it, but I hadn't really like dug into it until this article comes out, and it's like people are losing their shit over it.
Well,
like
this interesting, and this is just me sitting here going, okay. Now we all know the story of Jeannie Robertson sending her husband to the grocery store.
Okay, see, that happened. Yeah, numbered the list. It was bad.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things sometimes, if you are a left brain person, it will kick in on you.
He is a whole left brain.
Yeah. There are moments that like things will kick in on you. And oh, thanks, Donna. We're so glad you love this show. But no, things will kick in on you. And like mistakes will occur. Funny thing, I've been grocery shopping since I was 12, 11, somewhere in there. I pretty much assume you've been in a similar boat. Maybe you didn't have the responsibility of the whole grocery list, but I figure like your parents were pretty comfortable somewhere north of age 10, as most parents should be, sending a child into a store with at least a minimal list.
Right.
Like get bread, eggs, and milk.
Right.
Bread, eggs, milk. I would say by double-digit age, you can handle it. You've got this. Okay. So I figure somewhere north of double-digit age, your parents started doing that, if not probably before, because
way before.
Well, fine. But that's on the minimal list. And then, like, full grocery list, I figure at some point in, like, mid-late teenage years, probably about the point you got a driver's license, you got handed a grocery store list and told just go to the store. Probably mom was sick, dad was sick, everyone was sick.
Anyway, I've done grocery shopping for a very long time. That's why I know where some things are that shouldn't be there, but they were best buy ever. But anyhow, I saw this article and I was like, does he really want to go here?
Oh, yeah. Performative incompetence? Hells yes. Because that's where everyone went.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, if you have to do this level,
exactly,
you are dealing with someone who has performative incompetence, in which literally they are lying to you. They are totally capable of doing the thing, but they are making it so teeth-pullingly hard that the outcome and goal is, it's easier if I just do it myself, isn't it?
Right.
Like, at what point
do
you just sit there as you're peeling off stickers for products and drawing a map and writing out how much everything costs, and where in that do you finally just go, I'll go.
I'll just do it myself.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is what happens to a lot of household CEOs, is they get to the point that it's just easier to do it yourself.
In some regards, yeah. Like, more than likely, this is why I ended up doing as much grocery shopping as I did as a child, was because my father was like a case study in performative incompetence. Like, yeah.
I am not. I love stickers in my planners to make them prettier. I am not creating a grocery list by sticker. One, but I don't operate the Cricut you do.
Oh, well, true. But no, see, like with my dad, I understand some of this was a product of, like, generation. Like, I get that. Like, he was born in the late 30s. He graduated high school in the mid to late 50s. There was an expectation when he got married of what he was supposed to do, what his wife was supposed to do, what they would do together. Like, there was a thing. It was a socially cultural thing.
Right.
And I get that a lot of this has shifted over time. Like, pre 1990s, I think the most you ever expected a man to be able to do was to go to the store to buy 1 to 3 items. The same thing I expect a 10-year-old child to be able to do. Is to be able to go into a store, buy 1 to 3 items, and get out safely. Like, don't spend $1,000. Don't get abducted.
Right.
Like, that's my, like, 2-item thing. Like, these are my expectations. This is how low the bar is, okay? That I have set for a 10-year-old. Generally, socially, that's what you expected a man up to, like, the 1990s to be able to do.
Right.
Go to the store, buy 1 to 3 items, not get abducted, and not spend $1,000.
Right.
I think that's fair.
Well, I just think it's ridiculous. One, who has the time to go through here and literally make stickers, this many stickers, for all the items in this house?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is beyond incompetence. This is, like, do a fucking grocery store pickup line, okay?
Well, see, but here's the thing. The reason this is called performative incompetence is it's not incompetence. And there's a few of these. There's performative incompetence. There is learned incompetence. And I forget what the other ones are. But all of these are, like, for performative incompetence is you pretend to be too stupid to do a thing.
Right.
People who pretend to be too stupid to load a dishwasher. You show them a million times, they never load it right once.
Right.
That is performative incompetence. You are an adult human being. You can figure out how to load a fucking dishwasher.
Or you can just get
It's
rid
not
of it.
hard. Or you just get rid of it. Fair enough.
Like, that was my
But-
solution. I hated the damn thing so much. It was always filled with dishes. It left.
Yeah. No, I get it. But then there's like learned incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that is like and I noticed this one. I'm so glad there's a word. Because I just started noticing it in college.
Okay.
Like, I made it all the way through high school without realizing like this thing existed, and then I got to college, and I started dealing with, supposedly grown adult men. You're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, who are standing in a laundry room, and it looks like it is the first time in their life. They don't know what anything means or how this machine works. And it's like, oh, dear sweet Jesus.
Right.
You've never done laundry a single time in your life. Again, things that I think that once you can reach over the machine, so probably age 12, if you want to cover all genders, age 12, age 13 max, you should be able to operate a washing machine. You don't have to do your own laundry, but you should be able to do your own laundry.
Right.
It shouldn't be a real like scary thing where you're looking at buttons and knobs and settings and what the hell?
Okay.
How does this work?
Yeah. Sorry, I've actually decided. I went over and looked at the TikTok channel, and apparently, and I do mean apparently, we have been contemplating too much thought into our TikTok.
Okay.
Either that or this person is the dumbest, poorest, savage human on earth.
Well, either that or this is just humor. Like, it's really humor. Like, I take it as hilarious. Like, like, as in it's in that trope of my dumb husband or my stupid wife. Humor. Which, okay, fine. That's where you want to go with that.
Yeah, well, there's a video here that I kind of find aggravating. How do you know if you have a wife and he's cleaning out the side pocket in the car? That is my favorite place to put stuff.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's like a little squirrel. Like, you will throw away nothing. Like, there are straws and ketchup packets and like just everything. Usually, you recently cleaned the car, so you're currently correct. That is not true.
Right.
But I will point out, even after you clean the car, your mother found a pack of cigarettes and a lighter, squirreled away. Like, there were 2 cigarettes in it, and a lighter squirreled away in the side pocket of the car.
That's squirreled away, put there, because that's where I normally need a cigarette at the most, and do not have one. There's also Tylenol, ibuprofen, Excedrin, Band-Aids, anything else I can think that I'm going to need while on the road when I am.
We drive a mobile CVS. We do, basically. Well, we also have grocery bags and blankets, and I don't know what hellacious event, a la the movie Misery, you are planning for with our car. I mean, there is everything. We have backpacks, we have changes of clothes, we are literally just put a tent. Oh wait, your umbrella's in there, that counts. It could be turned on its side and used as shelter.
Yet someone complains that there's not enough spontaneity in our life, that we don't get to go away just to go away.
Okay, but when I say spontaneity, I do mean a little planning. Like, I mean, I'm cool with a spontaneous trip, but then there's a limit to how spontaneous. I mean, throw me some clothes in a bag and be like, come on, we're going. Not, we went out for coffee, and like 6 years later, we came back after going on a world tour.
No.
Like, I'm not that spontaneous.
There is enough stuff. Well, there will be enough stuff in the car that we can take off and go to the lake when the mood strikes us. I don't have to spend 2 days planning to go to the lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair.
I can throw you in the car, grab an extra pack of smokes, and go to the lake.
You get in the back.
Yes, you in your bag. Grab your bag. We're going to go for a hike.
Okay.
Oh crap! The car is broke down. Damn, we have someone with diabetes hasn't eaten in 6 hours. Do you really want to put up with low sugar, bitch? Me?
I don't know. Am I doing it in front of the adult bookstore again?
Possibly.
Because then you also had to pee, and it was funny because you didn't have your wallet.
I know. Looking at this poor wife, like, please, send her I'm glad that they're monetized and they get paid for their clicks and stuff. Because Lord knows you have to apparently label his sandwiches.
See, I don't think any of this is really real. I hope not, okay? Like, I'm seriously hoping none of this is real. And it's just like those moments where, like, I think every couple, every relationship, you have that moment where you realize something about your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, it becomes like a minor irritant. It's just always there.
Uh-huh.
And you just, like, what do I have to do to change this? Like, how could I fix this? How could I never answer this question again?
Mm-hmm.
How could I never deal with this problem again? And you daydream it, and once you get past murder, but you daydream it out, and like, you come up, and I think she makes video, or I hope, this is what I really truly hope, is she's making videos on this, like, fantasy daydream where, if I printed pictures of the products and stuck them on a sheet of paper with, and drew him a map,
mm-hmm.
I think maybe this would work. You don't actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than she does for the sake of this video, but I really hope that's where she's at. If she is literally to the point of doing this,
mm-hmm.
like, oh, sweetie, middle of the store is where they keep the C batteries. Go past your local adult bookstore, buy a battery-operated boyfriend, and throw the fucker out.
Yes, please.
Damn.
And learn what Walmart pickup is. It's a lovely service. They've now even expanded to Walmart delivery, where they bring it to your home. It'll save you time. It will not upset your fly lady cleaning schedule or cleaning life. And you won't have to do all this work just to get your husband to go to the grocery store and pick up what you asked him to pick up.
Yeah, and the delivery fee, if there is one, has to be cheaper than the number of supplies you're using to create this list.
Yes, because sticker paper alone is about $20, and Lord knows the groceries I would send you with. Anyhow.
I would have a book. I would look like an extreme couponer and probably end up becoming one because, oh no, see, yeah, you're not allowed to do this. Because, like, I just pictured it first like a normal 3-ring binder, 1-inch style. And then I said what I started to say about the extreme couponing, and I went 5-inch, 3-ring D-ring binder. And it is going to be, like, loaded.
Yeah.
It's going to be subdivided by store. There will be pockets with pictures of every single product. There will be coupons for the product. Like, he will have little note cards. It'll take him like 4 years to get it done, like, created and ready to go. Half the coupons will have expired. I won't know what he looks like anymore. It'll take us 3 months to get him shaved. I mean, it would be an ordeal.
That's okay. They only have 2 problems with you going to the store. One, the choice of stores.
What? This is your problem with me going to the stores, my choice of stores.
And the size of the order.
Okay. Now explain that for all of us, actually.
Okay, I have a migraine. Normally, if I peroxide my ears, it'll lessen the migraine.
Yeah.
We unfortunately ran out of peroxide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you to the store.
Yeah.
To get peroxide.
I got peroxide.
What else was on the receipt?
Well, there was 5 pairs of $1 shorts, and I don't even want to hear it about that. Because deal. Hello. And you've spent more. But now we also needed water. So I picked up bottles of water. Because I figured when you got up and were feeling better, the first thing you're going to want is coffee, and I figured you'd like that with your bottled water that you usually use. And there was something else we needed. Like, I chose my store based on the list. Like, there was something that I couldn't get at, or could not, like, inexpensively get at the other 2 stores. Like, my other 2 options were not as cost effective.
Right.
Or I was going to have to go to 2 places anyway. So I'll just go to 1, which is almost always Walmart if I have to combine stuff down. And it's like, look, I just want to run to 1 store. Like, we're just running to 1 store. Sure, Patricia. Let's go ahead and get your date of birth and your question.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, and Walmart pickup doesn't need stickers or aisle numbers.
No, they don't.
So anyway, but
with industrial size peroxide.
Yeah.
There's
like, of course I'm coming back with the industrial size peroxide. They sell it for like $2. Or I can go to like CVS and buy the itsy bitsy baby bottle single use for like $7. So yes, you get industrial peroxide. Sue me. That's the size you usually keep on hand anyway. Don't even start.
Yes, it helps mine immensely.
All right, so choice of store and size.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and I'm generally a unit price shopper. Like, you got, like, I told you that in the beginning.
I know.
I do care about the price of things by the half ounce.
Like, what I needed him to do was go down the street to the Dollar General, get a small bottle, come back, peroxide my ears, and he'd go do whatever he wanted after that, because at the point I just wanted peroxide to fix my ears, so hopefully my migraine would not get to explosive level.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got your peroxide, you got your stuff, you had coffee available to you when you woke up.
Yeah. So I can't majorly complain.
And your Ferrero Rocher.
Yes.
And your Ferrero Rocher.
He did not buy in enormous size.
I did not. I bought the little 3 one because every time I get you the big one now, you threaten to murder me because, oh my God, you're going to have to be in the gym forever over this. Because, you know, portion control when it comes to Ferrero Rocher is not his strong suit. You buy him the enormous, like, honey, I love you, cube of Ferrero Rocher, and he will eat the cube.
Yes.
Like, he will sit there and he will look like a squirrel as he...
No, I eat Ferrero Rocher like a normal human. Thank you very much. I take them apart.
You barely unwrap them.
I do too. You eat the crunchy side, then you eat the waffle side, then you enjoy the Nutella, then you enjoy the nut, and then you go to the next one.
And he does all of that within like 0.3 seconds.
But anyway, for those wondering what Aeson treats his migraines with, he treats them with peroxide in the ears, very nice chocolate and almonds.
There you go.
And lots of Excedrin and sleep, and normally caffeine for very extreme caffeine with anything going into the body that is a pain reliever, because you want to push the caffeine faster.
Well, push the pain relief faster.
Yes.
That's the whole point of the caffeine and Excedrin.
Yeah.
Which is always ironic, because the thing they say about migraines is one of the triggers is caffeine. And it's like, really? But then you put it in the med?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, because caffeine and coffee in general, this is why I highly recommend either mellow yellow or coffee for anybody with ADHD in large amounts, is because it will amp you up and then it crashes you. Once it gets to a certain point, it stops being a stimulant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like Patricia has sent an emoticon that we can't see.
Possibly.
Oh, well. But alrighty. So yeah, you ready to take a question?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a question.
All right, Patricia, 73163. Any messages from my deceased dad? He passed in New Zealand in 2015.
Okay, this is what I get. Now, understand that, the information is more of a third-party conversation for me. Is you need to stop stressing as much as you are. You also need to start taking care of yourself more. He doesn't think that you're paying attention to the things you need to be paying attention to, because he's trying to redirect me. And also, you need to stop being as hard as you are on yourself.
All right.
Okay. So back to your little trip to Walmart. You discovered something.
Oh, what did I discover?
Well, you actually beat the news to this.
Oh, well, yes, I did. So back to my $5 worth of shorts. I got 5 pairs of shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking from one side of the store, because, of course, I've got to go pharmacy side to grocery side. And so I do my usual meandery-ish path across the store for that, because I hate going to the extremes and trying to do the like super speedway
Right.
at the front of the store and at the back of the store.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, because I don't know about y'all stores, but like that seems like the super speedway, but it never ever is, because it's always like rush hour. So anyway, I did the middle of the store meander,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no straight line through the middle of the store. It's always disjointed. So anyway, it took me through the men's section, of course. Right. And so I'm walking past, I just happened to see the sign with this rack of shorts that was like $1.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. I bet the, like 1 or 3 or 12, like whatever the next number was, had fallen off the sign. And I get up to them and I actually see that, no, it's $1. Like, this is $1 rack of men's shorts, and not like the cheap, crappy ones. Like holes, zippers, buttons, pockets, galore. Shorts. And so I start digging through this, and they also had like the sweat pant style ones
Mm-hmm.
that you like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all for $1. So I picked up 5 pairs of shorts, and I was like, I'm getting them. Like, this is a good price. I can't walk away. Like, nope, coming home with me. So yeah, you got a cool new pair of shorts to have your migraine in if you wanted to.
No, I didn't want to have anything in the migraine other than, shot in the dark and leave me alone.
Shoot him in the dark, leave him for dead.
Yes.
Fair enough. Patricia's like Ferrero Rocher, so
Yes.
yeah.
But no, I am normally I'm a whole almond Hershey person when it comes to headaches.
Yeah. But anyway, so back to the whole thing. So what we're starting to see is that there was the lovely WVVA news story today that Walmart's slashing prices on clothes and more. So yeah, Walmart says inflation is actually leading them to cut prices on some products. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said Monday that rising food and fuel prices have many shoppers pulling back on buying clothes and other items. To get rid of a huge buildup of inventory, the company says it is slashing prices on clothing and some big ticket products. The company also expects a general slowdown in consumer spending in the second half of the year. Those projections cause the company's stock to fall 9% in after-hours trading.
Right.
So that's the whole story from them. But there's a much bigger story there. Is that this is where we are with inflation. And that's kind of a different story. And that one comes out of WVNS. That story is as multiple factors affects food supply, buyers try to get by. So in June 2022, just last month, the annual inflation rate hit 9.1%. But prices are continuing to rise beyond that point. Groceries are a prime example. The cost of food has gone up 12.2% since 2021, the highest rate since 1979. Each month, food prices are currently rising by an average of 1%. So yeah, effectively what we're finding is that we're in a crunch.
Well, we're more than a crunch. We're at a dangerous situation here. I mean, and I'm going to talk for a moment about some things we're doing. And I bet everything is through the roof in Australia. Although, Australia has a more stable economy, they also do a lot of their own food processes.
Oh, yeah, CVS upcharges insanely.
Exactly. But here's some tactics we are doing. Because chicken is now gold.
Oh, yeah. Like, y'all, I'll just say this. If y'all are deep freeze people and you stocked up on chicken, you could buy a car.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Back when chicken was like $6-7 for that 3-pound bag, the one that we are now conditioned to buy, because this is what we do: is we buy the great big giant bag of frozen chicken. If you have a ton of that, you could buy a car. Chicken is now selling for $30-some a bag.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
And literally, I done my desk day on Sunday, and planned out the menu, and I'm pre-programmed that chicken needs to be 30 to 40% of our meal plan.
Like you do, because that's what we've all been taught since like the 1940s. Like, it is the most consumer price-friendly meat. Chicken. Right. Chicken is for dinner. Not beef. Beef, you can afford beef. Who the fuck has beef money?
Right. Well, even worse, who the fuck has shrimp and seafood money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. Salmon's very expensive. So I get to the store, and we have the standard Olive Garden chicken crock pot recipe that is perfect.
Great. We love it. It's quick. It's easy.
It's easy. I throw it in the morning. It's ready for him by dinner time. He's happy. I'm happy. I can get my kitchen cleaned up, and we can move on.
Yeah.
This one meal was going to cost $30. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, for $30. Yeah. That's not, like, we could eat out. Like, 2 for $22, if that's still a thing. Like
Yeah.
2 for 24, 2 for 25, whatever the hell it's up to now. It's probably 2 for 30 now.
Again.
But at that point, someone else can cook.
Yeah.
Someone else can cook.
Yeah. So I went to the aisles and I went, let's go see what salmon is selling for. $8.94 a bag. I can throw that sucker in the Instapot and be done with the sucker.
Mhm.
That works. So we're having salmon this week instead of Olive Garden chicken, and he can just deal.
Oh no. There's salmon.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
There's spinach and mushrooms and other things. But we got into a discussion earlier this evening at dinner. Because I've done one of the things I don't normally do. I went ahead and grabbed some hamburger patties, pre-made.
Well, yeah, because they're like here's the whole story on that. Is like beef had been holding for a while there around like 2 something, 3-ish per pound, no matter how you bought it.
Yep.
For a while, and then somewhere in the panini, beef prices started to climb, and we started seeing like $5 a pound and $6 a pound, and it's like, well, fuck, that's steak prices.
Yeah.
Or what steak prices used to be. Like meat, hamburger got too expensive for us.
Right.
Like we literally sat here and said, no, we're not paying that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I like my meats in the $2 range. Thank you very much. So we hit the chicken and the pork as hard as we could.
Yep.
I don't love pork.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't hit that one as hard.
Right.
But we were hitting the chicken and pork hard.
Yep.
And like $5-6 a pound, we're like, yeah, when the hamburger comes back down, like we started looking at like the tofu, the ground tofu.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, at this point, I'm good with it. Like ground chicken, ground turkey, I'm cool, whatever. Like, use more egg. But no, it has now hit a point that we're like, $6 a pound for hamburger, you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to say it, honey, and I'm going to break the news to you as gently as you can get it. While you do not like pork,
I know, it's always the cheapest.
You're going to be getting pork at least once a week.
Yeah.
One, your doctor will love
Can I have it as bacon? Can I have it as bacon? Or ham? Ham, can I have it as ham?
Depending on the prices of ham, you may get it as a roast, you may get it as pork chops.
Okay. I don't know why I don't love pork more. Like, I really don't. I love bacon. I love ham.
Mm-hmm. You love pork roast.
I mean, there's a limit.
Yeah.
Like, there is. Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah. So Shannon hit the bargain meats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to where we're making barbecued bologna yet, but that's going to come along. It's delicious.
No, it's not. Like, don't get me wrong. I grew up in a fried bologna sandwich household. Don't get me wrong. Like olive loaf.
We have. Oh heck no! I'm sorry. I am not paying that price for that.
Yeah, see, Brenda's with me.
I get that. But a couple pork chops a week will not hurt you.
I mean, how about pimento cheese spread sandwiches? I can do those.
Well, one, if I could find it.
How can you not find it? It's right there with all the other salads.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fried bologna or ground bologna salad growing up. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, barbecued bologna is delicious. What you do is you can get you some Weimar Wharton. That's the big block of bologna. and you slice it by hand. You put it in the crock pot and you cook it in barbecue sauce and onion. It comes out tasting just like the McRib.
I'm sure it does not. But then again, I don't like the McRib.
No.
Oh, no, we're obsessed with food. I think the world is obsessed with food. Have you seen food porn? I don't mean porn with food in it. That's a whole different thing.
Right.
I mean, there's a thing called food porn, which is literally just pictures of extremely delicious looking food.
Yeah.
So just saying. Yeah. Oh God, we've made Patricia hungry. I'm sorry.
Well, Patricia, it should be getting to be about your breakfast time there, correct? Because you're in Australia, so therefore you're 7 hours ahead of us.
Should be bright and early, yeah.
Yeah. But no, darling, you will be getting pork back in your diet. You will be getting a lot of seafood back into your diet.
Oh, Patricia, food porn. You gotta. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, literally, these are like the. Well, okay. Be careful though.
Okay.
Look at food porn, not making a food porn.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to know how it's made so seductive. Like literally, this is how you like food porn and the industry that produces it. Are the people that create that gorgeous fucking sandwich for the advertisements. The like, oh, you could just taste it coming off the page. Images of your cereal.
Okay.
The like, you can smell it for your coffee images. Like all those advertising images, all those advertising videos. That's food porn.
Yeah.
You are seducing me with pretty pictures.
Uh-huh.
That I can practically taste it. The problem is you never want to watch the making of food porn. Or how did they do that of food porn? Because that is gross, disgusting, and nasty, and like the sickest twisted thing that has ever existed. Like, let me give you a hint. That glorious milk that you see for the cereal is Elmer's glue.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they put actual milk on the cereal and try to take a photo, it becomes a soggy, nasty mess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yes. Have you seen the TikTok lady that is collecting and making recipes found on people's gravestones? What in the Betty Crocker memorial?
Interesting. No, we have not. Please forward that on. That is a great way to maintain the family secret.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wanted it then, but everyone wants it now. Chicken and steak are running neck and neck.
Uh-huh. Actually, it depends on where you buy your steak at.
Well, actually, it's the chicken and the cow are running neck and neck.
Yeah. And personally, I'll take the fish and the pig.
But like, I'm all there for the ham.
Mm-hmm.
Ham me up. Ham sandwiches. Oh, love them.
I made you ham salad. It was in the fridge for over a week.
I was on the road.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was a crazy week. Like,
no, it is not gross, Shannon. It's delicious when cooked right and you buy the right one.
No, she's right. Yeah.
All right. Shannon's going to be doing 2 vegetarian meals a week, so they can resign themselves more so they can figure out what to eat.
Oh, come on, Catherine. No, we're not advertising your Fiverr. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And I can do nothing with that.
Yeah,
and we have beautiful logos for our shows. Thank you very much.
Like, come on. Really?
Yeah.
Like, know your audience.
Yep, this is not it. All right, honey. So what do you have with Are You the Asshole?
All right. So this is a fun one. Am I the asshole for telling my in-laws about what their son's girlfriend did to my son's blanket, causing her to get shunned? I, female 33, found out that my ex-husband, male 37, was cheating on me when I was 7 months pregnant with our son. I got a divorce and we share custody of our 3-year-old son. My ex-husband's girlfriend tried to get involved in my parenting several times. She even commented on my son's name, implying that we should agree on a name we all want, not just what I wanted, and tried to dictate what he should and shouldn't have. As a result, she started throwing stuff of his that I paid for myself away. Honestly, it's frustrating because I'm barely getting by with the money I have and cannot afford to buy replacements for all the stuff she throws away. But my ex-husband says it's her house and she gets to decide what can and can't enter. I made a crochet blanket for my son with his name on it. The blanket is special to me, and the tools I use to be able to make it cost me money, not to mention the time and effort it took to get it down. I sent my son today to stay with his. I sent my son to stay with his dad days ago, and he wanted to take the blanket with him to sleep with it. I don't know exactly what happened, but when I came to pick him up, he told me his dad's girlfriend took it away from him and threw it out, leaving him with no blanket to sleep with at night as punishment for him not accepting the one she offered, the blanket she offered. I was furious. I called his dad, but he hung up on me. I sent him a text explaining the situation, but he texted back telling me that I should stop the drama and go look for a job if I have so much free time on my hands instead of picking on his girlfriend. I felt frustrated. I visited his family, who are good to me, and told them about what their son's girlfriend did. Now, it's worth mentioning that she's been working hard for their approval and to get on their good side. They were shocked to know about what she did. They all flipped out on her and started calling her out. My sister-in-law took it further by putting this on social media, which made other family members see what she did. My ex-husband called me yelling about my pathetic attempt to turn his family against his girlfriend. I could hear her freaking out in the background while he was lashing out at me, saying I ruined every chance she had to have a good relationship with her future in-laws. I hung up and felt absolutely horrible, even though I was just venting to his family about what had happened and felt frustrated. Maybe I shouldn't have told them? I'm not sure anymore, since the whole family aren't speaking to her, that maybe I have made a lasting impact on their relationship with her. Am I the asshole?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. I have so many problems with this one though. I'm so sorry for your ex and the fact that you did not see the red flags of him before you got pregnant by him. And I'm so sorry you have to co-parent with this giant, enormous asshole. You've done nothing wrong. There are so many things wrong with what she's done and has been doing and what they're doing and how they're acting towards your son and you and your stuff and his stuff. No, you're not the asshole. You're so not the asshole.
Right.
No. The reason his family is acting like this is because you are sitting there with the basic level of respect. I mean, for an ex, you are sitting there with I'm looking for the bare minimum.
Right.
Bare minimum line. Very, very, very thin bare minimum line. of respect towards me and my son.
Yeah. And
Like,
this would be my rules. 1, he doesn't get to take things over to daddy's anymore. 2, he has an outfit that he wears to daddy's, and daddy can dress him in approved clothing, and he can wear the outfit that you send him over in, and the clothing that they bring you back in. 3, there are things at your house that doesn't go to daddy's house because the bitch lives at daddy's house, and I would say that to the child, and we don't want her to throw your things away.
See, I always try to keep children out, or like mentally, like I really hate when children get put in the middle. I mean, they're always going to be in the middle, but fundamentally, like, don't take out your problems with her through the child would be my general
You gotta
theory.
protect the child's property.
Yeah, but I don't see how you can like avoid this with her unless you go back, like document the hell out of all this, and then go back to court and be
Right.
like, look, this is a borderline abusive situation at best. At best, this is hitting the lines of an abusive situation.
Right.
Like, and try to get full custody or make sure that she's nowhere around him.
Exactly.
That, sorry, no, like, and I generally have always found problems with this whole, like, the ex doesn't want the new partner around their child. I usually find that to be a little over the top. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all knew you were going to break, like, once you broke up, that each of you are going to move on, have your own life, do your own thing. I generally find that a really controlling dick move to go sit there and be like, oh, I want a court order that says that, my ex's new partner can't be around my child.
Right.
Okay, come on, slow it down. Like, really? This just being a dick. Like, let's go bicker in court some more over crap that doesn't matter. But this is one case where it's like, oh, no. This woman needs nowhere around children.
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Right.
Like, if that's what she's doing, if that's legitimately what occurred and is occurring and has been occurring, she need not be anywhere near children ever.
Exactly.
Like, no, you can't do that. Meanwhile, as a father, dude, you suck.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah.
You're horrible at this. Like, what the hell?
Totally agree. And again, I'd be making some very strict decisions on children. By the way, I do recommend the app called Wizard to track communications of parenting between children and parents and new parents. All right. So we got some questions. Let's take those, and then we will go on to our relationship advice.
All right. So Patricia, 73163. I've enrolled in a higher level skills course. It's not an easy course involving essay writing. Been sick for 2 weeks with flu and couldn't start the course on time. Do you think I'll get up on track and get through this damn course? Guys, it's stressing me.
Yeah, but you're going to have to sit down, and I would suggest sitting down today and laying out a plan. Part by part by part. Plan out the details. That way you can take it at a piece at a time. One piece at a time until it's all taken care of, okay? But I do feel like it will be very stressful, but it'll be a situation that you're able to handle. And then we have Ashley's.
All right. Sorry.
Blue star.
Okay. So Ashley, 2696. What the heck is going on at my job? Everything feels hectic and I can't focus. Is Grace's party going to go as planned over the next few weeks while my finances pick up some?
All right. What the heck is going on with work? You can't focus because you need to put on some noise and go in there with a to-do list. There's a lot of quick motions and changes going on. It's July. And as you know, in your industry, it is insurance bullshit. All right. Is the Grace's party going off as planned? Yes, it'll go off just fine. Over the next few weeks, your finances will pick up, but you've got to get in there and clear out the minutia. Okay?
Get rid of the little shit.
Yes.
Not the children. Not the children. The
Well,
little
that's dependable. There's a few that I'll take. She can just ship them on up.
Aw, the babies are pretty.
Yes. All right, and now on to relationship advice. It's in private
Okay.
chat, darling.
Yeah, I know. I've got it. I just had to finish my drink. All right. So, changing dynamics with my husband. Is it possible? Too long didn't read. Frustrated with the dynamic of my 35 female relationship. My husband, 40 male, has never had to learn to take care of himself and those around him. I've absolutely unknowingly enabled this, but I'm fed up with carrying the whole burden and would love some suggestions to help him understand my position and learn how to build his skill set before I give up completely. After a long journey of therapy, both couple and individual, and a lot of fighting and frustration, I think I've finally truly uncovered why I feel like I don't have a partner. My husband has never been put in a position where he had to take initiative or solve problems in his life, relationships, or in the home. It's not just that I end up managing things around the house, but somehow I've ended up being responsible for everything that concerns him and both of us. My birthday is tomorrow, and after 15 years together, my husband has never planned a single aspect of my birthday except for the year he proposed. Sometimes he wouldn't even get me a gift. Whenever we go on trips, I'm always scrambling to figure out the cat sitter, take care of last minute things around the house, and sort out all the details of the trip while he packs and does his hair at the last minute, typically resulting in us running late. I mean, even I write all his texts and emails for him because he feels like he doesn't know what to say. Essentially, I'm his mom, and I don't want to and can't take all of this on anymore. I want a partner. I want someone who will not only share tasks equally, but will also anticipate my needs on occasion. One of the things I've said on multiple occasions is you only have to worry about yourself. I have to worry about both of us and you. I want to have children, but can't imagine it with the way our dynamic is now. In therapy today, I came to the realization that he doesn't have the tools to take initiative, plan things, keep up with housework, or anticipate my needs because he's never had to. He has been very sheltered growing up, and we started dating at a young age. And yes, he's grown up now, 40 years old, but I know he can't suddenly develop these skills overnight. I want this to work out, but I've also made it clear that I can't continue to do this by myself. And if he doesn't take steps towards change, I may need to end it. When I've brought this up in the past, he always says, I'll do better. But I don't think he sees that I need big structural changes in our relationship dynamic, not just for him to do the dishes more often. I communicate my feelings regularly. I'm an open book, but he struggles to communicate in general. I honestly suspect a possible auditory processing delay. Has anyone been on either side of the situation that may have some suggestions? I'd love to find videos or maybe even classes that could help him learn how to be a partner and functioning adult. I'm trying to be better about setting boundaries, but it's not enough. I'm tired of being the one taking on the burden of trying to fix this too, but I know he doesn't have the tools to do it without a little guidance yet.
Here's my advice. Get a credit card or go to your savings account. Take out $2,000. Put it in your back pocket. Go home, pack a bag, get in your car, turn off your cell phone, and drive away. You will be gone 2 weeks. Figure out what you're going to do for 2 weeks, but you're going to be doing something for 2 weeks that needs to be centered around you. You will not, however, inform him. You will allow him to fail miserably on his own.
All right, that's one response. My whole thing is like, this is the beginning of the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And fundamentally, it's the Mrs. Doubtfire problem. Or at least the character of Robin Williams' husband, as a husband in this movie, is that you have a lost boy. You're a type A personality. He is not.
Right.
And never will be. At best, he can learn skills. He has to be motivated to do so. The sad part is, so long as he's in a relationship, so long as you're functionally capable, I don't think you're ever going to see this change. Like, you're going to have to kick his ass to the curb. Do so as gently as you can, but kick his ass to the curb. And then when you go and you have recovered and healed from your breakup, from the end of your marriage, be sure the next person you get with is a fully functional adult who has their shit together. Because you're not going to be able to tolerate a type B personality who is not going to have their shit together.
Right.
Like, you effectively, at a very young age, you went to the craft store and you picked up a man kit, or that's what you thought you bought.
That is missing
parts. That was missing parts, and you thought you could make it better. That you were buying supplies, and no, you're not.
No.
You got a model you didn't want. It's time to give up on the project. Because you're not going to be happy. Nothing he's going to do is really going to make you happy, because he doesn't understand what the hell you want.
Right.
All he can do is turn it into things that he can understand, which are do the dishes more often, go pay the electric bill, do the laundry once. Like, it doesn't really translate to, I need you to be a whole functional person.
Right.
Like, I need you to independently function without me.
Right.
I need to be able to turn my back for 12 to 16 hours and not feel like I'm coming home to chaos, bedlam, hell, havoc, and grief.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to him.
Right.
He's not going to get it.
Right.
He's not capable
I
of
say
it.
abandon project. Let him sink or swim on his own.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, she's going to come home in 2 weeks, and it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah. And
I mean,
and you're not to clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reality is, she is very much type A personality. She can't not clean it up. She can't. I mean, like, literally, it's going to be, she's going to have to walk away. That's the only way she's going to not clean it up anymore. That's my version.
I know. All right. Let's see if there was anything else.
I don't know. We had a fair number. Like, there were some really interesting stories this week.
There has been. There has been. All right. Well, guys, I think we're done well. Now, we do have psychic coffee and tea that will be on Thursday at 8 p.m. And Miss Natalie is with me this week. We will have fun with that. We will have mountain bears, and that will be lovely on Friday. So we hope you guys tune back into that. And who knows what else will be popping up along. I do want to remind our baristas, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, it is your coffee chat. Patreon will be having your private coffee with me on Thursday, and we will be discussing the new planner system we're grouply using. And what my plans is future for that. But we do want to take a moment to thank those baristas because they do it all for us.
Oh, we definitely do. So, of course, we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Bryant, Ashley Guest, Shannon C, Shannon D, the ever-wonderful Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Dottie the Psychic, Tracy Van, and the Laughing Tree Grove. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits that our baristas receive, please visit us at pcspnetwork.com.
Yes. All right, guys, you have a glorious night. and relax and take care of yourselves. Good night, y'all.
Good night.